Hi there, it's Jen from Jen's Homeadeology, and today we are going to be making a version of a detachable strap that was introduced in the Sewfisticated Craft Designs Pandora Charisma pattern, which was for the Bag of the Month Club for March of 2025. This strap allows you to use wider webbing than your swivel hooks, allowing you to add a little extra style to your make, and then allows you to not have to go out and buy as many different size hardware for all of your webbing types, as you will not need to buy swivel hooks to your size of your webbing. This strap features 2 connector tabs, 2 swivel hooks, your webbing, along with a slider, and then a rectangular ring, which you can just use a slider with and remove that bar. Currently, these pieces can be found in the Pandora Charisma file. They come in 2 sizes for 1.5 webbing and 1.25 size webbing, which both shrink down to the 1 inch for your swivels. This strap is great because it also allows you to use up those little pieces of webbing that can sometimes be left over, and as an extension of your strap. So now you can, instead of tossing those little bits of webbing that you don't know what to do with, these are great for that. Now I'm really excited to get to sew this strap with you guys today. So let's get started and walk through which supplies will be needed. You will need anywhere between 40 to 60 inches of webbing. That can differ per the wearer. I already cut it into the 2 pieces for step 64 of the instructions. You do this method, you would also need a slider the size of your webbing, a rectangular ring, which is also the size of your webbing. I simply just took an extra slider and removed this bar to make my ring. And then I'm going to use 2 1-inch swivel hooks that are smaller than my webbing size. So in turn, I will need 2 pieces of G3 of the right width, because these are 1.5 inch ones for my webbing. There's also 1.25 for smaller webbing if you did that. You can also do rivets on these. I'm just going to do a box stitch. You would want to go ahead and take your webbing and cut off the measurement in step 64, and then draw down the marking that's in there. You take your rectangular ring and then fold at that marking. Now I did already pre-singe my webbing. I'm gonna go ahead and fold to enclose that webbing. And then I stitch along that line. Stick this off to the side real quick. And grab our connector tab. And if you are using a little bit of stabilizer in between your little connector piece to just give it a little bit more reinforcement, I'm going to attach that now. On our swivel hook. I'm going to attach 2 small pieces of double-sided tape to help keep my webbing from slipping around when I'm trying to sew this. Now you're just going to place your webbing in the middle. Once you line up and mate the edges, you're going to stitch around the perimeter with a 1/8 seam allowance. And then as you're sewing, you can protect your hardware with a piece of fabric. I have this little foam thing around just from it scratching. That way it doesn't get scratched by your plate. And then there's how that. And then even though this has a little slight curve, I just did a normal box. I didn't worry about trying to do that little curved stitch, because I think it looks nicer. For extra security, you can either install rivets if you want it. You can do 4. I've seen people do 2, just all up to your preference. You can also do a box stitch across. I'm going to take my longer piece of webbing along with my other swivel hook and my other connector tab and repeat the same process for one of the ends of the webbing. And now I can take, that's done. So now you can take the other part of the end of that webbing, and thread our webbing through the edge of our slider, and then take your extra little piece of webbing with the D-ring or with the rectangular hook. Bring that back through. Take and feed. I'm gonna give this some extra length. And you can feed this end. And over the bar. Pull down a little bit so you can be able to fold back. And now this is the piece that you're going to stitch. And now that's our detachable strap. Thank you for making this strap with me today. I hope you enjoyed learning a new way of making a strap and adding some extra style to your bag. And then this is my finishing look. And then here is what our strap looks like on the Pandora Charisma. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and will like and subscribe to my channel. Happy sewing. Bye.